Hey, Warrior, what's going on, buddy? Good evening from Southeast Texas. Yeah, I got in a bunch this afternoon for a guy that's a hunter. I sharpened some for him last week, and he went up to the ranch and brought a whole bunch more down. He said he just wanted to get them all sharpened for the ranch. I said, well, cool, I'll have them tomorrow for you so you can take them back up there this weekend. So I'm sitting out here tonight, sharpening a few knives, drinking a little rye whiskey, and hope I don't cut a finger off. Uzbekistan, Mohammed, thanks for watching, buddy. What time is it in Uzbekistan? That. These knives were all corroded up, and I used the Scotch-Brite wheel to clean all the corrosion off of them first. Not yet. I just started, so I'm sipping it. But yes, I have in the past, and it's not good. That's usually when you cut yourself. No, I never test them. There's no need to test them. I can feel how sharp they are. No, I don't throw knives. That's exactly right, Frank. And this guy's not going to be cutting paper anyway. No, Ron, that's a 3M Trizac belt. But I am going to use a leather belt on this one just in a minute. We haven't got that far yet. Now, Ron, here's the leather belt. And I've lost my compound. There it is. Cheers, folks. Well, thanks for watching, Ron. This is for one of my deer hunting clients. He's got a ranch in West Texas. He brought me a whole bunch of knives to sharpen for the ranch. Here's a little cheapy knife. This is a little cheapy junk, but he wanted it sharpened, so I'm going to sharpen it. Yeah, he's in Mason, Texas, which is probably about a 4-hour drive. It's not too far. Just on the other side of San Antonio. I'm not going to polish this one. That's enough. That's a crap knife. Now this is a really old knife. Western, made in Boulder, Colorado. It's a carbon steel knife. It was all rusted up. I cleaned it up as best as I could. I don't know where Chimney Hill is. I know where Katie's at. Well, this is a Western. It seems like a pretty cool old knife. Got a nice little sheath with it and everything. Hard carbon steel, I can tell that. Got a little ding right there. All right, we got the blade nice and pretty now. We are going to polish this one. We're going to make this one look nice. The Netherlands. It's kind of late in the Netherlands, isn't it? Are you bored? Well, I appreciate you watching from the Netherlands. Tasmania. Sarasota, Florida. Wisconsin. I used to go to Madison all the time. Good beer in Madison, Wisconsin. Another Netherlands. Are y'all bored over there? Kenny from Mississippi. Stevens Point. I don't know that one. There was a beer from Wisconsin. Man, it was really good. It was made with cherries. North Korea. Okay. I'm still not familiar with it. Russia. Brazil. You thought I didn't know that flag, did you? I know the Brazilian flag. Time for another little drink. Looks real good. I don't have any hair. I shaved it all off. Another Brazil. Well, thanks for watching from Brazil. Crazy, isn't it? I don't usually sharpen this late. Leo from India. But I need to get these done tonight. I'm usually finished by 6 Central Time. Well, it's not even 6, but I'll be up for a while tonight. India. Sweden. John from Sweden. Jose from Mexico. Man, there's my neighbor, Jose. I'm in Texas. So you're my next door neighbor. This is a weird looking blade. I love Mexico. Mike from New York. I don't know what this one's called. This is a hunting knife. It's a gut hook on it for gutting an animal. This is Charade. It's an American-made knife. I'm not sure what the steel is. It's a carbon steel knife, I know that. See the sparks? High carbon content. All of these knives were all rusted and corroded, and I cleaned them up before I sharpened them. Yes, Caleb, 20-degree angle. It probably had a 25-degree angle on it when I started. You can still see, but I like 20 on these knives so they'll cut. He wanted them to cut, so he said do whatever I thought was best. He's a deer hunter. Mike, don't waste your time with those knives. They just chew up the blade. If you want to sharpen your own knives, get you a work sharp. Gerald, I don't make knives. I just sharpen stuff. I'm a sharpening service in League City, Texas. Yeah, Mike, look up Work Sharp and check out those little machines. That's a great one for somebody who just wants to sharpen their own knives. No, this is a Elite. This is a AMK 75. You can check it out at amktactical.com. He's a machine maker in Tennessee. I don't think they make this model anymore. I've had this one for a while. Yeah, if you're a fisherman, man, get you a work sharp. You can sharpen everything. Check out my channel. I've got a bunch of videos on the work sharp. It's the work sharp Ken Onion edition with grinding attachment. I think they're like $200. It's a great little machine. So you got a boogered up area. This is a 120. I'm trying to re-profile the blade. He specifically said he wanted this to be able to cut. He's a hunter. And these were old knives he had in his barn. That's good enough. So we've re-profiled the blade. Now we're going to just get it nice and pretty. Yeah, the Ken Onion's a good little machine. Exactly. Ken likes his onions sliced thin. I'm not sure about that. I don't know that much about charade knives. T4, I've got a T7 sitting over here. I started off with a T7. That's a great machine. Made in Sweden. There was somebody in, you're from Sweden right there, John. Didn't you say that? No, I don't do many axes. My main business is clipper blades and shears for dog groomers, barbers, and that sort of thing. That's where I make the money. But I still do knives and I still do sewing scissors. I don't do any kind of yard tools. If somebody asks me nicely, I'll do a hatchet or something like that. John, I like the Swedish Tormek. I think it's a good machine. The only drawback behind it is kind of slow for doing knives, but I still, every once in a while, I'll do a chisel or a planer blade or something like that. Mike, I'm in Texas. we don't have hockey much in Texas. I couldn't tell you, I don't think there's an ice rink in Houston anymore, other than where the Arrows play, which is I guess that's not an NHL team, the Houston Arrows. I don't know what the league is. Hockey's just not a big thing in Texas for the most part. My son loves hockey, but he lives in Denver, so he's big into it, and he grew up in Texas. So that's ready. That's a good knife. It's got a nice edge on it. Here's another one. This is another cheap Chinese one. I've seen the Tradesman Apex. That's a nice machine. Yes, it is costly. I really like this machine because the belts are cheap. There's a lot of good sharpening machines out there. A lot of different ways to sharpen knives. like that AMK 76 too, especially since you can do the longer, wider belts on it. I really like their machines, and they've been real good on customer service when I've needed something. I've had this machine, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, and a couple of things have gone bad with it. The switch went out, and I put a foot pedal on. If you notice, I'm not touching the switch, the on and off switch right here at all. I'm using a Harbor Freight foot pedal down here in the bottom. So I just go from side to side and use the foot pedal to turn the machine on. This machine is a sewing machine motor. It's a Chinese-made sewing machine motor. It's designed to go on and off with a foot pedal. That's all I'm doing on that one. I'm not going to polish that one. That's like a $10 knife. Look, we got another one of Shrades. He had 3 of these. No, this is not a Shrade. Camillus, New York. Travis, are you asking me if I cut myself? All the time. Hazards of the occupation. Yeah, Gary, it's very hard to sharpen with a whetstone by hand. It takes a long time. And if you have a lot of knives like I do every day, it's impossible to do it as a business. The time doesn't make sense unless you're going to charge a fortune for it, and nobody's going to pay you $20 per knife to sharpen it. Exactly. I do straight razors by hand, but I charge $25 to sharpen a straight razor, and it takes me a considerable amount of time. Luke, my father did too. I used to have to do that as a kid. I still have my father's whetstones. And I was a Boy Scout leader for years, and I always taught the Boy Scouts how to sharpen with a whetstone. Everybody should know how to do that. Yeah, you know, I worry about these knives. You don't know what the material is. They could be kicking off lead and all kinds of bad stuff. I got the dust collector on, so I'm hoping it doesn't get in my face, but I'm not wearing a respirator. No, JR, this is an AMK 75 machine. It's from AMK Tactical in Tennessee. You can go to their website, amktactical.com. They don't make this specific model anymore. This is AMK 75. They've got an upgraded machine called an AMK 76, which is much better. This is an older machine. So look at amktactical.com. I think they were out of Ohio at one time. I think they moved to Tennessee. I think when I bought the machine, they were in Ohio. I like it, JR. I think it's a good machine. I don't plan on replacing it anytime soon. It does a great job for me. I like that tip. Yeah, I tried some of those micro mesh belts. I didn't care for them as well as the Trizacs. The Trizacs keep the blade really cool. Yeah, I would never use something 12,000 on most knives. I mean, the only thing I would sharpen that fine would be a straight razor, and I would use a stone for that. I wouldn't use a belt. There's not really a convex on a straight razor. It's almost flat. It's just a low edge angle. Hello world, I don't make blades. I'm just a sharpener. We're a sharpening service located in League City, Texas. Sorry, I have no idea. I don't know the quality of this blade. Who knows? It might. It might have a convex if you used a belt. No idea what the most expensive knife I ever sharpened is. Yeah, Gary, I don't know what this is. Who knows where it was made? Who knows the material? No idea. So here's another one. Now, I don't know if this guy has the same design on it. R&H of Alvin, Texas. That's right around the corner from me. Now, where he gets his blades from, who knows? I don't really care. This one's harder than the other one. Charles, it's a digital protractor. Hello world, I am not a toolsmith. This one's 20 degrees, Rose. Got a weird little hump on it. Exactly. You're exactly right, JR. You know real quick. This one is not as hard. I mean, not as soft as this other one was. The steel on this was super, super soft. So, kind of worries me. Who knows what I'm breathing here? This seems like pretty good steel. It took a while for me to get that burr. Kenny, a 22-degree angle is a good angle, especially for home kitchen knives. Not too low where it's going to wear out fast. Not too high where it won't cut. That's a good middle ground for a knife edge angle. Gary, I've been doing this all my life, and I'll be 60 next month. I've been a Boy Scout leader, Boy Scout, outdoors person, hunter. But I've been doing this as a business for 10 years. You're right, Rose. 20 is a good one. Depends on the knife, Tiger. You can go to my website, sharpenright.com, and see all my prices. Yeah, it is a different sound, isn't it? Gary, it's not rocket surgery. The right equipment, right belts, take your time. It's all good. I do about 200 knives a week. That's not a bad little knife. It's sharpened up real nice. Yeah. Look at that. I like that. Here's another little knife he brought. You can see how flat it is right in there. Look at that elk horn or deer horn handle. That's kind of cool. I like that. Gary, it just takes practice. I'm not a master sharpener by any means. On that last one, that was the felt belt. I mean the leather strop on the last one. And I'll do the same here. I'll start with a worn 120, then go to a 200, 600, 1200 felt belt and leather belt. This is the last of the hunting knives. And then I have a couple of kitchen knives to do. And then I'm done for tonight. I change up the progression from time to time. Depends on the customer, depends on the knife. I knew what this guy wanted. He wanted them low edge, fairly low edge angle, good retention. All of these are hunting knives. This guy has a ranch out past San Antonio. Patrick, I did these at 20. I did the hunting knives at 20 degrees. He's hunting hogs and deer. And this is what he uses to process them. He brought me 10 or 12 last weekend. Looks like there's 8 or 9 that I've done tonight. How do I set my angle? With a digital protractor. Set it on there. Set it on the knife jig. And back here is an adjustment that keeps this going up and down. This is an AMK 75 from amktactical.com. They make knife making equipment. They're in Tennessee. And they make all kinds of equipment for knife makers. This is their smallest machine. It's called an AMK 75. I don't think they make this one anymore. This is an old one. I liked it. I bought it because it uses belts. And that's a cost-efficient way for a knife sharpening service to sharpen knives. A lot of knives fast. I mean, there's other machines out there, and it wasn't a cheap machine. It was close to $1,000. I've had it for 5 years, and I have no complaints. So we got a couple kitchen knives to do now. Victorinox, the butcher's favorite knife. Now I'm going to do these at 18 degrees because it's a thin blade. Are you being funny, Sergio? Because that's a good joke. So tired, did you see how I did that? That's 18 degrees. Did you see how I did that? I'll show you how I do it in just a second. Let me go ahead and go through this. I'm going to stop this. I'm only going to go to 600 grit, JR. So this is 200. You can't see the burr. I wish you could on the camera, but I got a really nice burr all the way across this blade. And I'm going to leave this super toothy. Is it still available? Wow, they still have one. I should buy an extra one just to have. So I'm going to stop at 600 because I want this knife toothy also. I have a knife just like this. This is what I use to trim my briskets. So I'm done with that. And it's got a burr on it. You can't see it. I take a little piece of leather. This is just a piece of leather. You see I guess it's processed on one side. I don't know what you call it. Tanned on one side and almost like suede on the other side. And this is how I remove the burr. Does that burr come up? Look at that. It's hard to see on the iPhone camera, but it's getting rid of the burr. That's all I do. And I'll take a Scotch. I'm going to clean these all with alcohol, and I'll use a Scotch-Brite pad to pull any extra off of it. So I leave this toothy. That's the way I want my Victorinox Fibrox knife. This is my favorite knife. I have one of these on my counter. Cork will work too. You're exactly right. I have some wine corks around here, and that works great to take the burr off of a knife. Lots of different ways of doing it, you know. But this is my favorite knife. I have one. I use it every day for cutting something. I like the handle on it. It's just such a great knife. Here's the last one. This is one of those from Sam's. It's just a cheap fillet or boning knife from Sam's. And I'm going to leave it toothy also. And I'm going to do it at 18 degrees. Last knife, folks. And I'm done for the evening. I appreciate everybody watching. 18 degrees. Yeah, they really are. This is from Harbor Freight. They extend the life of the belts dramatically. It seems like the Cubitron 120 gets more clogged up with material than the Trizac belts. Thanks, Gary. Have a good one. Appreciate you watching, buddy. Man, this was chewed up. It's crazy, isn't it, Patrick? It does help my channel when y'all watch. Some lady in Mississippi watched a video and sent me some scissors this week. And a lady in New Mexico is sending me scissors from watching one of these YouTube videos. Oops, sorry. So I'll keep doing it if people watch. I mean, I'm going to be doing the sharpening, so I might as well set up the iPhone and stream it. This knife is so chewed up. Y'all see that? I mean, it's nasty. It's just a cheap knife. This is just terrible. All right, I got a burr all the way across the blade now. We're wasting time with this knife. Hey folks, thanks for watching this evening. Yeah, it does, kidding. It's just junk. I think you can buy a 3-pack of these knives at Sam's for 10 bucks. Yeah, me too. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. It's time for me and Maya to go to bed. Maya. Say goodnight. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great evening.